Ronnie, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Great.
Clap my hands if I can hear you, or
Oh, that's okay. So welcome everybody and those who are joining us on the recorded video as well. Um, Ronnie in New York. Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, Dotan.
And I'm Dotan. I'm in Tel Aviv in Israel. And we are very excited about what's coming up in the next half an hour. So excited. So Ronnie, let's start.
Okay, so hi everyone. As Dotan said, I'm Ronnie and I live in New York. And before we're going to start, I just want to say what we've been doing in Big Idea, what we're doing generally. So for those of you who don't know us yet, we usually on regular days we run amazing tech and creativity camps. We have camps in Israel, we have camps in North America, and that's what we usually do. And then with everything that has been going on lately, we decided to offer a virtual camp to our camp families. With a few things in mind. Really, we wanted to offer real value, real education, skill development, and really fun activities for our campers. And if you ask yourself how fun was it and how successful we were, I must say we sent surveys and collected answers from our families, and really we had one of the highest satisfaction rates from all of our programs. And it was very exciting for us to see that we can really deliver valuable values and camp structure and camp fun and real interaction and engagement through our virtual world. The time.
So on Monday, we had a webinar with over 500 camp professionals that are interested in starting a virtual camp. And those were their concerns about starting a virtual camp. And in the webinar, we covered topics like marketing a virtual camp. We showed them on activity. We spoke about educational challenges and opportunities and staff, and we had Q&A. So we really encourage you to go and watch that webinar as well. It's recorded and it's on our Facebook and on our YouTube channel. So that's the past, and let's talk now.
Yes, so basically what we're going to do today is we're very excited to introduce you to the brand new platform we developed. We will talk about the way to activate it, early bird access, and we're also going to give you a valuable gift, at least that's what I feel or think, that you can have small group consulting sessions with me and Dotan, where we can, just bring up ideas. We'll talk about it at the end, and of course, you'll get to ask all your questions, and we'll try to answer it the best we can.
So
I actually have a question for you, Dotan.
Sure.
So camps that wanted to start at virtual camps until now face many challenges. Can you tell us a bit about that?
So until today, it was very challenging to think about virtual camp. Is it going to be a good experience and fun? How to create an actual camp or to imitate a camp schedule and structure and program in a virtual camp setting. How to use the right technology and how to do the training and how to approach them in the topics of marketing and fill it up with great content. So those are all the things that we had in mind, and when we decided that we want to help any camp in the world to run an amazing virtual camp and make virtual camp fun. So we're going to launch the Click-to-Camp, and let's count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Dotan, I think you're mute.
Yeah, of course I am. So We are very, very excited because we worked so hard on this and we invested so much in it. And we feel that we can help so many camps do an amazing thing this year, and not only this year. So let's jump right into it. Click-to-Camp includes three main components: the Live, Toolbox, and Fair. And so our general idea, is really to have daily structure. That's something like that. It's just a sample day schedule. You can create any kind of day schedule or schedules, and we'll cover that later. And have those kind of schedules for each of your groups and include different kind of activities. Big activities with all the camp, or small activities with just a small group. It's up to you, really. When you start working with Click-to-Camp Live, you will start building your camp with all the blocks like sessions and campers and staff and groups and spaces and activities and time slots. All that stuff is inside Click-to-Camp Live. So Click-to-Camp Live is a complete environment. We connected with Unico. We partnered with Unico, which is the virtual classroom platform that you are right now in, and we'll show a little bit more about that later. It's amazing, it's intuitive, it's safe. And the cool thing about the Live is that it automatically walks your campers from activity to activity to activity to activity. They don't need to do anything but clicking their one single link that they got on the email. And that link takes them to camp or to their group or to the activity or wherever they're supposed to be at that point. You as an admin, you will have a scheduling board and everything you need to schedule all the groups to their activities. So we want to invite a guest, Shaham. Shaham is the product manager of Live, and Shaham is a camp person for many, many years. Hi, Shaham. Shaham, I know you have a lot of work, so you don't have much time because you need to be on tight schedules here. But can you share with us what is your most favorite feature of Live? Or what do you like about it?
So it's really hard to pick just one because they're all so innovative. But as a camp person, I would say that scheduling the groups and fitting all the activities into spaces is so intuitive that even if it was an in-person camp, I would choose to use the Click-to-Camp Live system to create the camp and schedule and run my camp.
Awesome. So Shaham is working with a team of almost a dozen people that work on the product itself and all the development and the graphic user interface and the system and all the infrastructure. So thank you very much, Shaham. Go back to work, and hope to see you soon again. So let's dive a little bit deeper into Live and how it works. As an admin, first of all, you need to build your camp. So you add your camp photos, your logo, spaces, and activities, add all your staff, or just start with one staff to test it, and then you create your first session. Later on, you can create more unlimited number of sessions, and that's how it looks like. You're going to log in as the admin to the system, have all your management console, and then start preparing your camp with the picture, the logo, and the photos of camp, and all the details of camp. And then you will add sessions like this screen. You can add, as I said, any number of sessions, though the sessions can last a week, can last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever time you wish a session to last. And then you can add your staff, all your counselors or extra admins on the system. Then the fun part begins where you create all your spaces. So if at your real camp you have the main hall, then you'll create the main hall here on your virtual camp system. Or you can really create any number of spaces. Again, it's unlimited and there's no cost involved with creating more and more and more spaces. So you can create any number of spaces based on whatever you like. Later on, all those spaces can include groups as part of their activities. Each space can include just one group, many groups, it's up to you. Then you will create your activities. So you can pick any activity that you have in camp, or any activity that you want to bring into your virtual camp, and create an activity. You don't have to know all the activities in advance. You can add them as you go. Again, there's no limit to the number of activities that you can add here. So design the session. So after you created the camp, you're going to start designing your session with importing your list of campers from Excel, or just one by one, and then add all your groups and assign all the campers to groups. And then you're going to add daily time slots for each of your days. Next step, you have the scheduling board, where you put for each group and a time slot their activity in space, just like you will probably do in your in-person camp. When you're done, you will activate a session. All your campers are going to get their one link, and you're ready to go. So that's how it looks like. You're going to create all your groups and give them some coloring. And if you want to name it also with a bunk name or unit name, and you can have the same unit name for, of course, many different groups. And you can then add all your campers, import them from Excel, and then you can also export that list later if you want to have it backed up somewhere with all the changes that you made here. Then you will have the scheduling board, where you will have to, do the hard work of scheduling, putting all the activities and spaces to the groups based on time slot. If you forgot a time slot, you can go back, add it. It's all live, so you can really work on it as you go. Also, you can join on this work with some colleagues in your camp if they're admins. So you will use all the different activities that you created in spaces. Now, campers, who are probably the most important part, right? So your campers experience, your campers journey is amazing. They get their unique link before session begins, and they just use that one link to start the camp. So that link automatically transfer them to their next scheduled activity. When they arrive for the first time, if they're a little bit early, they'll see a nice picture from your camp and a countdown that counts until their next activity really starts. If it's tomorrow, if it's in a few days, the message appears based on when is their real next activity. Then, when it's 5 seconds to begin their activity, they'll see that some screen like that. I mean, this is the screen, but the picture is yours, your camp, and it will count down to their next activity. And then, after 5 seconds, they will automatically be transferred to the Unico virtual room, which is basically the space that you created earlier when you started creating spaces, where they will meet all the other campers in the groups and all the other groups that are assigned to the same space at this time of the day. Once the activity is done, all the campers are gonna go immediately and automatically back to the next activity, again with the screen of your camp photo, and the next activity will start in 5 seconds, and that's how it goes. Activity after activity until the end of the day. That will show basically goodbye, we'll see you tomorrow. All right, so that's really fun. By the way, going back to the campers, if, for example, the camper, if their computer shuts down, or they accidentally close the tab, or something happens, that's fine. They can just go again to their link, and that link will take them immediately to where their group is at right now. So they don't need to worry if something happened. They'll just find their one link again, and it will take them to where they're supposed to be. From the staff perspective, that's also really fun. The staff has access with login and password to browse their live schedule. They'll see a live schedule, and they can click on a group to see a list of the campers, and they can click on a space to enter that space as a staff. That looks something like that. That's the live schedule. This is just an example of activities, but it will show whatever schedule that you created, and it will move as the day moves. And you can also scroll to the next days if you want to take a look, or scroll further in the day if you want to take a look. And whenever you want to see the list of campers that are expecting you in this activity, you can click, and it will show you the list of campers, which bunk and unit they belong to, and their grade. And whenever you're ready to join as a staff or just to take a look, to visit as a camp admin, you can just click on that button and join, or join even as a guest. I mean, basically you will want to join as staff, but we give you the option to also have a guest link in case you have a guest that want to come and they're not on the list of campers, they're not on the list of staff, they just want to come to lead a guest activity or just to take a look. You can make a guest link just for them, and they'll be able to enter, and there's no extra cost for guests that you bring in. And then when you click that, you'll go into the space and meet your groups. So a few important things about Click2Camp Live. And by the way, I know you have a lot of questions. Feel free to ask. We'll try and answer all your questions at the end, and give you also our email address to answer all your questions. Also on the website, there's a frequently asked questions section with a lot of questions that we thought you're going to have. So the Live works on virtually any platform. It works inside the browser. So there's nothing to download, nothing to install, very, very simple. And it's fully secured. Nobody can enter the virtual classrooms without their key. No staff, no campers. They have to go through our system and be on our list, on your list in our system. So nobody can just use the link and get in. Also, important thing is that campers and staff, they cannot change how their name looks like in the room. So it's automatically based on the name that's registered on the system. All right, so that was Click2Camp Live, and it's very exciting. Ronnie, let's talk about Click2Camp Toolbox.
Okay. So another amazing component that we added to our platform is the Click2Camp Toolbox. Basically, what we wanted is to create resources for camp professionals to really excel their virtual online camp. So first of all, we created the camp planning source where you can find guidelines of how to design your daily schedule, how to build camp groups, tips on how to make virtual camp fun, and budgeting, everything you want to know when you're starting planning camp. We also have staff training. So this is Unico, where we're at now, and we have videos to show you how to navigate in Unico, guidelines to how we expect our staff to behave in the virtual environment, ways to express yourself, way to improve the campers experience, and of course an idea bank that we collected all the great ideas that our staff had. We were running our virtual camp for 5 weeks or 6 weeks, and we had like 1,000 campers. Our staff shared all their great ideas. We created a bank, and we're going to upload it for you so you can, really see the best that we can offer. And I also think we have a video to show you an example of how to navigate in Unico. We created one training already. So Dotan, do you want to share it with everyone?
All right, let's take a look. That's just a sample video about cool things you can do in Unico. I hope it will work now. And we have a bunch of those kind of videos. Let's take a look.
Five cool things about Unico. Let's go. The first one, whiteboard. It's a collaborative whiteboard. You can do a ton of stuff. You can obviously draw. You can have multiple colors. You can split your whiteboards, whatever you want. You can do it. It's a really cool whiteboard. Number two, webcams. Hi, you can see me again. You will see all the participants here. That means if you want to dance, if you have something cool you want to share, this is the place to do it. If you made something cool in your arts and crafts lesson, you can share it right here. Number three is screen sharing. Having a technological workshop, share your screen. Show us how you edit your videos. Show us your cool desktop. Show us anything digital you think we might like. Just click it. You got it. Number four, you can share any file you want, and when you upload it, it stays here forever. That's right. If you leave the room, you come back, it stays right here. And number five, no camp is perfect without a campfire, so I just add my very own YouTube video, and here we go. It feels just like the camp bonfire.
Great. So that was just one example.
Yeah, I know we had some difficulties with this specific video earlier, so I hope most of you could see. But if not, it will be on the recording. You will be able to see it.
Okay. And The last thing that would be waiting for you in the Click to Camp toolbox is how to adjust your program to the virtual world. So we will have guidelines for each single activity. Well, maybe not each and every activity, but most common activities on your traditional camp experience. We will have videos of demos that we created with our campers, so you can really see how it should or can look like, and really inspire you to create your own.
Awesome. So this is Click to Camp Toolbox. Now I have to tell you, we're not going to stop developing it once it's released soon. So we will take a lot of your feedback, and we already took feedback from so many different camps on what they really want and what they really need, and we keep upgrading, keep updating, and we'll answer. I see amazing questions on the side, but we'll wait until it's appropriate for the Q&A. And now, for oops, it says here toolbox. It's the wrong location. Never mind. We'll invite Gali soon. This is Gali. We'll see her soon. Anyway, the last component of the third component of Click to Camp is Click to Camp Fair, which is an incredible opportunity for you guys, because we're not just forced to do virtual camp this summer. Yes, we are forced. At least a lot of us, or at least a lot of us are forced if we want to have all the campers involved. But this is also a whole new opportunity. Not only it's an opportunity for you to enroll campers that never could come to your camp, it's also an opportunity for you to bring in guest activities, people and organizations that could have never come to your physical camp, and now they can join you. So Click to Camp Fair is a marketplace. It's a marketplace of activities from all over the world. Amazing, only live activities of providers, of vendors, of specialists and organizations that are already waiting to offer you amazing activities for just a small amount of money for each activity. They choose how much they want to charge, and we are just given all the environment, and we also verify that we have only really great, highly rated activities. So another opportunity it opens for you is to offer your own activity as a camp. If you have an amazing activity that you want to offer on the market, go ahead and do it. The categories in the marketplace include things like live tours, include things like languages and culture and esports, and more and more and more and more. All right, so now we are happy to invite Gali. Gali is, she's also our camp person, spent many summers as a leadership staff in camps. Hi, Gali. And Gali is one of the product managers for Click to Camp Fair. And Gali, I have just one quick question for you. Can you share with us one really cool activity that's being offered on the Click to Camp Fair?
Yes, hi, nice to meet everyone. Actually, I have so many really cool activities that were offered, and we got hundreds of callbacks from organizations and people and vendors and museums and so many things. And I think one of the coolest ones was I got a call back from the Ramon Foundation, which is a space education foundation in Israel. And they offered a few different activities and forgot the word in English, and experiences. And I think the coolest one was a conversation with an astronaut for the campers, with like a Q&A session. It sounds so cool that I would like to attend one of these myself. So if anyone wants to invite me, I'll be more than happy. And a second one is a really cool one that I actually brought with me today to this webinar. And I want to introduce my favorite song leader, camp song leader, Shimon Smith.
Oh, hey.
Oh, thank you very much, Galin. Hi, Shimon.
Thanks for bringing me with you. Hey.
That's so awesome. Guys, all our viewers on the webinar, we are actually inviting you to come on the screen with us. And if you're not too shy, and have a song session with Shimon for a minute. So if you're interested, if you are not too shy, find the raise hand button down below near the microphone and webcam. There's a raise hand button. Click on it. Yeah, click on it. All right, perfect. Now, Shaham will help us to randomly select a few. Now, if you are selected, you will see your webcam button in a yellow color, yellow or orangish color. So click on the webcam to come on the screen. Yeah, if you were selected, just click on the webcam to come on the screen, and let's see if we have somebody joining us. We'll give it a few seconds. Oh, Elisa and Anne, awesome. Let's see if we have one more, two more, and then Shimon will start. Okay, Shimon, take it away.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being our volunteers. So yeah, I'm here in my apartment in Tel Aviv. Hey, everybody. And you know, I mean, it was a little. I'm a little bummed out because I'm not going to physically be going to camp this summer. You know, I had this whole tour planned and I was going to the States, and but I just have to say that I was, you know, I'm loving this idea, and I've been doing a lot of like activities like this with, you know, with different with different like windows in front of me, with kids, with adults, with all that, and I was asked let me do like a little song just to show you what it can feel like, and I'm sure that but the past month and a half, 2 months, you felt it a few times. So let's do just a quick song that we can use the features of this cool webcam program. So this is a song that I learned from my friend Dan Nichols. It's actually a Harry Belafonte song. It's called Turn the World Around. That's what I feel sometimes in the past month and a half, that the world has been turned around. Okay, so we have to start. We say, we come from the fire. So when we say fire, let's do like a fire, sort of like a movement, like a fire. Can we all do that? Fire. Yeah, well, there we go. So we go, we come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire, turn the world around. You can go like this, or you can physically turn around. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to get all tangled up with my equipment over here. But if you feel like you want to do that, you can do it. Let's try it. We come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire, turn the world around. We come from the fire, living in the... Nice golly, we come through the fire, turn the world around. Then we go, whoa! Can we do that? Whoa! I can almost hear you. It's fantastic. Then we go, so is life. So is life. And we say, Abatiwa, so is life. Let's try that. Whoa, so is life, Abatiwa. So is life. Again. Whoa, so is life, Abatiwa. So is life. Now, if you guys, if there's some musicians amongst you, you can tell that this beat is a little bit funky. It's in 5/4. So if you want to clap it, it's really weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. After fire, we got water. So we come from the water. How are we going to do water? How are we going to do water? Any suggestions? Oh, Leslie, I love that. Can we do that? We can do what Leslie did with the water. Let's try that. We come from the water, living in the water. Go back to the water, turn the world around. We come from the water, living in the water. Go back to the water, turn the world around. Whoa, so is the life of Abatiwa. So is the life. Whoa, so is the life of Abatiwa. So is life. Listen, I'm gonna skip to my favorite one. We come from the Torah. Wait, Dotan, one more. You have to let me. One more. Okay. All right. This is my favorite one. We open up the Torah like this. All right, let's try that. We come from the Torah, living in the Torah. Go back to the Torah, turn the world around. We come from the Torah, living in the Torah. Go back to the Torah. Now sing it out, everybody. Whoa, so is the life of Abatiwa. So is the life. Whoa, so is the life of Abatiwa. So is life. Good job, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was fantastic.
Amazing.
Right. Even my dog Lucy here.
Thank you so much, Lisa and Leslie and Anne and anybody else who joined us. You guys are amazing. Thanks a lot. And Shimon, we'll see you in the summer, virtually or in person. So thanks for Shabbat Shalom.
Lucy and I will be there. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks a lot. Okay. Wow, that was fun. And we're moving on with, I know you asked about pricing, so it's coming next. I want to share with you that we've been speaking with many camps, and we already have 20 camp partners that are already experimenting and going to start first with the system. And we learned about many different case scenarios, use case scenarios, where how camps are planning to use and how they're planning to play with the features of Click-to-Camp. So one option is that we hear is a hybrid option of an in-person camp in the summer together with a virtual camp to add on top of it, or one day like that and the other day like this. Another option, we hear some camps that are collaborating and starting one camp that is basically a collaboration of a few camps together on the system so they can collaborate staff and activities and so on. Simultaneous sessions, that's interesting because some camps want to have a session with shorter time slots for the younger kids and a session with longer time slots for the older kids, but on the same time, using the same spaces, meeting all together for the beginning of the day, closure of the day. Some camps are into multiple rounds each day, which is very interesting because you can have a morning camp and then an afternoon camp for different kids, maybe different siblings, but use the same staff and the same resources, the same virtual rooms. By the way, we didn't say that, but a room like Arts Room 1 in our system, it's an Arts Room 1 for the whole camp. If you put resources there, like presentations and videos and stuff, that stays there for the rest of the camp. So you don't have to plan again every day that you come into the room. Some camps are planning to run their just normal virtual camp in the mornings, but then invite their campers sometimes, some days, for an evening attraction, like a watch party in the evening. So that's also a cool idea of how to use that. And we hear a lot of camps talking about, if we have to run virtual camps, let's do it right, let's do it fun, let's do it good, the best way. So actually, during the year, we could create new opportunities, new programs virtually that we never had before, like holiday vacation camps. And also maybe in 2021, campers who used to come to us for 4 weeks, they'll come to us for 4 weeks in-person camp, and then stay another 4 weeks in our virtual camp that we will run also in the future. So this is a whole new opportunity. And I think camps should really consider, not just how they solve their problems and concerns of right now, because they are, but also how to make it as a platform for a wonderful success in the future. So how much does it cost and how does it work? Okay, so to start, what you need is an activation fee package. So you need to just pay for your activation fee, $599, that's it, and you get full access to the live, the toolbox, everything on the system, and we're gonna give you a quick setup assistant to start up right away. Then now for a limited time, you're also gonna get, as part of it, free your first $100 to go shopping in the activity fair. Invite Shimon, invite whoever. There are hundreds and hundreds of activities waiting for you there, so you can already start bringing them as guests. And then you're also gonna get the first 100 Camper Day credits. So what does it mean, Camper Day credits? Our system, our live system works on Camper Day credits. You can purchase the number of credits you need whenever you know for sure that you need it. You don't need to right now plan for the whole summer because you don't know right now how many kids are going to be in each of your sessions. So first, get the activation package, start your marketing and enrollment. Then when you are close to the session, like a week before session, you know that you're going to have, let's say, first week of 5 days with 100 campers, then you need 5 times 100. You need 500 credits. And only then you can purchase the package that you need. If you know that you're already going to need many more credits for the summer, then just go and buy a cheaper Camper Day credit with a higher value package of credits. All right, so those are the packages, and you will see it all on the website in a few minutes. You will have as much time as you need to take a look. One more cost that involved here is the $39 per month for a staff member. All right, that's not a lot if you calculate it correctly. That's only for your staff members and for the whole month, $39, and that's for the license for the Unico virtual classroom. That's done separately. And also, you don't have to get it all right now, only when you know exactly how many staff people you are going to have on the system. So that's how it looks like. And we are letting you guys to be the first ones to access. So we are launching today the early bird access. We already, as I said, we already partnered with 20 camps who are already going to receive their access, get their access on May 20th. If you want to be one of the first ones to get access on May 25th, then make sure you reserve your spot today by prepaying your activation fee of $599. That's it. Then those spots will fill up, and the next bunch of camps will get the access on June 1st. Then the next bunch of camps will get the access on June 5th. And that's it. We know that there are thousands of camps out there, and a lot of camps are planning to use the system, but right now we secured all the resources, all the bandwidth and the servers to smoothly operate a little bit over 600, but we're gonna limit it right now for 600 camps for this summer. So that's how it goes. And now, Groni, we also giving something, a gift for everybody, no matter if you are on the system or not.
Yeah, so regardless to the platform, we wanted to offer you who joined us today a 45 minutes consulting session with me or Dotan or someone with our team to plan your virtual camp. This will be a great place for you to raise your concerns and ask any questions you may have. We can only allow 100 camp professionals to join, and there's a link. We will obviously send it out, and you can find it on our Facebook probably. So if you are interested, if you want to have a longer chat about how we did it, how do we recommend you to budget, to do your grouping, to do your daily schedule, what worked for us, what didn't, how we dealt with staff, everything that is on your mind and we know is on your mind. We're happy to share our experience and knowledge from running a camp, and also all the research that we did to achieve everything you see here. So join us.
Awesome. It's good to remember those are very small groups, so it's going to be in groups of up to 10. So you're going to get a lot of personal answers from us, and we'll share with you the link to book your session right in a couple of minutes. So before we continue to questions and answers, I know not everyone wants to stay for questions and answers, so we're going to give you the links to the website where you can get all the information and reserve your spot with the activation fee. And we're going to give you the link to book your private sessions. So ready for that?
Very private, I would say.
Okay. So here you can use this, and I will just add the link to the calendar booking for the sessions in a couple of seconds, but you can have that. And in 1 minute, we will move on to questions and answers. So hold on. Okay, yeah, and that's how it looks like. And it's a little bit long, so you will want it to be like this. And okay, so now you have it, and if you want, you can take the links. Of course, you will get all the links to your emails that are on our list in a follow-up email a little bit later this evening. So don't worry. And now let's get to questions and answers. And let's start from the top. Only let's do like one you, one me. I'll start, and then you'll do one. All right. So we will. Jenny's asking, will we be able to get a copy of this when you are done? Yes, it will be recorded. Ronnie?
Yes. Should I just choose one? Do you want?
Yeah, go from the top. Jennifer Petrie.
Hold on. Let me scroll all the way up.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an office in the United States? If so, what's the location? So I am our representative in New York at the moment. We are working on a team that is going to start working next week. We're doing trainings now, and we will have an office here in New York. Everyone will work from home anyway because we're not allowed out. And you can, there's on the website, there's contact us. You can contact us. There's an email and a phone number, and Facebook and whatever you need. And regarding the forms, maybe Dotan, do you want to?
Yeah, we have an American company that will provide you with everything that you need. Definitely. And Jennifer asking about governmental agency. I think that would be more appropriate to send us by email, and we can answer that by email. And Josh is asking about it will be available for free. So as you saw the pricing, we are giving a lot of free stuff, and I do recommend you guys not only join our free consulting sessions, but also you go to the website and click on the community link, where you will be directed to a free community where you can ask a lot of questions and challenges and get a lot of already ideas that are already there. Ronnie, you want to go for Taron?
Yeah, so he was asking whether we'll have staff training on the platform. As I said, we will have ideas of staff training and also training videos that will be available in the Click-to-Camp toolbox.
All right, and a session is a camp week, the only link you mentioned. All right, so Ashley is asking if a session has to be a camp week. It can be a camp week, it can be a session of 2 weeks. Your decision about what exactly is a session. You can really play with that.
Okay, Martha was asking if that's how it looks like, and yes, I think Dotan went through all the screens. You see how it looks like for team, and the campers will see, you know, all the beautiful screens with the photos.
Yep, and Hugh is asking, does it work with your registration database, or does it also? Okay, so it's a good question about registration. I saw a few questions about that. Click-to-Camp is not a registration software. Campers can't register on Click-to-Camp. They register with you on whatever platform you use for registration, or just Excel file, doesn't matter. You can use an Excel file that you can probably get from any system that you use, any software, and just import that Excel file to our system. So we don't deal with camper registration. It's up to you. We just get the list of campers for each session on an Excel file from you.
Okay, so AJ was asking if someone can enter a room in the middle of activity. So let's assume that we're talking about authorized campers and staff. If someone had to log out, there was some restart to the computer, definitely they use the same click and it gets them to where they need to be, even if the session has already started.
All right, perfect. And Elizabeth is asking, can the teachers choose when to move to the next classroom, like if they are running a little bit behind? Yeah, you know, we had all those questions in our mind when we designed it, so it's a very nice question. So yeah, the counselor, the staff, yeah, you can move between rooms anytime you want. Also, if you have to keep your campers for just a few more minutes, even if the next schedule is already up, you can do that. You have the control to close that activity, and only then the campers will be transferred to their next activity. So they might be late within a few minutes for the next activity, just like real camp.
Okay, can we use this to communicate with parents before, during, and after camp? So I would say this will not completely replace your existing system of parents communication, but the links, and I saw a few questions about it, will be produced through the system, and there's going to be some kind of a template that would send it out, so you wouldn't have to send every link to every camper separately. Does that answer the question, Nathan, you think?
I think so, yeah. And Jessica is asking, can sessions include pre-recorded videos? Oh yeah, of course. Here in Unico, you can just upload as many files, as many videos and presentations and PDFs and PowerPoints and all that stuff before you start, and they will wait for you in the room, even if you come back to this room in a few days or in a few weeks. So you can pre-prepare, your staff can pre-prepare all the spaces with all the resources and be ready for the actual activities, just like you do in real camp.
So there was a question about the cost. It's there. You can find it on our website, the pricing model. It's there.
Right. Can you have multiple admins? The answer is yes.
Can we customize the banks and unit, etc.? Definitely you can.
No. The terms, no. The banks and the units are terms that are hard-coded right now. So for this version, you cannot. You can define their.
We did add yesterday a customized title. So if they need it, they can.
Yeah, but it will always show, right, for now, units and bunks. You can decide what will be included in those units and bunks, but the terms are set for now. They might be customizable in later version. Can we create breaks in the schedule? Yes, definitely. You can create a break of whatever time. It can be 8 hours of break or 10 minutes of break.
Okay, this one I answered already. Do families sign up? Yeah, we answered that as well.
Do we import this information from our registration system? Yeah, you can import it from your registration system, or even if you want to add them one by one, do it.
So can admin add breakout rooms, Dotan?
Yes, actually, I wouldn't recommend necessarily to use breakout rooms, because the whole concept of what we're doing here is an automatic scheduling and automatic movement between rooms. So, but breakout rooms can be useful, and we do have that in Unico, can be useful for, let's say, you have a group and you have one camper that needs special attention right now, then you can move that specific camper to a breakout room and just, help that specific camper for right now. Maybe you're playing a music and that camper needs to work on their art creation, but silently. So you can move them to a separate room, come back to them whenever you want, and see how they do, and then bring them back to the main room. That's a feature that exists in every room here.
Okay, so David was asking if it says the system seems based all on camper participation live, and if can we do pre-recorded and let them watch it. I just want to say, Dotan mentioned we can upload pre-recorded activities, but for campers to stay in a room to watch something, a staff member has to be present. So you can definitely upload things to show the campers and let them, follow whatever the video shows. But campers cannot join a virtual room until there's a staff member there ready.
No, they can join it. They just in order for the room to play the video, there needs to be the staff member in the room to actually play the video. So if they arrive early before the staff, that's fine. They just won't be able to even show themselves until the staff gives them the permission. What I can say is one more option that we have here is a YouTube video, also YouTube Live. So you can bring in YouTube videos from your personal account, even if they're unlisted on YouTube, so they're not public. You can still show them here. Even if you create a YouTube Live or just you want to broadcast something that's happening on YouTube Live, you can also do that here in the system.
Okay.
Are we on the Unico platform?
Yes, we are.
If a camper or staff member needed to be eliminated from the camp, oh, that's awesome. So good question. Not that we hope that campers will need to be eliminated, but you have a few options. First of all, in a live session, staff, which the host can always throw a camper out of the room. I mean, remove them from the room right now. Another option is for admins to temporarily suspend the camper. So an admin can go to the campers list and suspend the camper. If a camper is suspended, their link will not work. And they won't be able to go into rooms until you figure things out and you reactivate them. Ronnie, about Anna's question. Well, we have a lot more questions.
Yeah, so I was just about to say that maybe we could pick like 2 more, and then you can always email us or join one of our sessions, or we're not going anywhere. This is what we do. So Dotan, do you want to scroll down and see if there's like a couple more questions that you want to take before we?
I see more about the breakout room, about the credits. All right, so about is the credit per camper per weekday month. So just to clarify some things about the crediting system, again, you don't have to buy credits way in advance, because you don't know how many credits you will actually need. The easiest way to calculate how many credits you need is when you know how many days are active in your session, which means even if you have a session of 2 weeks, but you're only gonna run camp at 5 days out of those weeks, because some days there's no camp. All right, so you only need to count 5 days. Then you need to count how many campers you have on the list for this session. Can change from session to session. If you have 100 campers, and 5 active days on the session, you're required to have 500 credits. It will not let you activate your session if you don't have that amount of credits. It will send you to a page where you can you can get more credits by credit card. And if you need to get more credits with a wired bank transfer, you can do that, but you have to allow a few days of processing, and you will give you all the information for the bank wire transfer. Now let's take one last question. We'll show the video, and while we show the video, we'll see if there's anything else that we really some crucial question. Otherwise, you should check out the FAQ or just send us all your questions by email. Ronnie, you want to pick one?
No, go ahead.
Oh, is there a sandbox link that you can send and we can test before committing to buy? All right, good question. So right now there's no sandbox, unfortunately, but obviously if you have any question, if anything that you want to know if it's available or is it a feature, send us an email. Yes, before you will have to commit to a number of licenses on Unico, you will have the right to have about a week of a trial version of Unico where you can start exploring, experimenting with the virtual rooms, and just before you start having to pay. Also, obviously, using Click-to-Camp is more than just $599. The $599 is it's just a very, very basic cost for such a system that gives you the opportunity to change lives, to make virtual camp fun, and to enroll so many campers and be in the competitive edge in your area. So first of all, you should really get that. Make sure you have it. Start getting the enrollment in. And what we didn't mention is that very soon we will give you many marketing materials that you can share with your campers, with your families, to show them how cool this is going to be. Once you have a Unico trial, you will also be able to invite campers for a sample session, for a sample workshop as part of your marketing and enrollment efforts. So let's see the video once again and close this launching event. It's very, very exciting. We are here to help. We're here to support you guys. We're here to make sure you make virtual camps fun this summer and in the future. So thank you so much. We're so excited. I'm Dotan. This is Ronnie. We have all our team in the back, and they just can't wait to see what kind of things you're going to do with our systems and platforms. So thank you very much. Bye, Ronnie.
Bye, Dotan.